88 Films.
We're back. Another episode. Today we have a special guest, but before that, we have DC, myself, Briss. Thank you for tuning in to Store Credit. Today's special guest, hit the button, Rob, is Mr. Tay.
What's up, man? Tay knows.
What's good, Tay? How you doing today?
Happy to be here. Thanks for the reach out, fellas.
Yep, anytime. Been a supporter since day one.
Yeah, it's kind of we been in the talks for doing this for a little minute now. Now I feel like it's like the right time type shit.
Yeah, before we get right into it, you probably were one of the better fits in the podcast.
I mean, I feel like no days off, man. I always gotta have that shit on, man.
What are you wearing today?
These are the Prada Adidas. These came out a couple years ago. Some new Rick pants, basket case gallery, Matty Boy Chrome, and we got the Balenciaga shades. We don't do the mannequin looks. You gotta mix that shit up.
Fire. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, quick question right into it. Are you a sneakers guy first or a fashion guy first?
Definitely. I come from sneaker culture, so yeah, I definitely build my fit with shoes. I'm not just gonna wear anything. So yeah, definitely probably from the ground up. Pants second.
Yeah.
It's important how the pants hit the shoes.
Yeah, I already know.
Every shoe you can't wear with every pant. Every pant you can't wear with every shoe. So y'all know how that is.
No cap.
So, for sure.
So how'd you get into sneakers then?
Got into sneakers, I want to say, since I was a kid, like, my mom used to always go shopping before, obviously not doing it at the level I'm doing it now, but, like, Burlington Coat Factory, Marshalls, like, I would always hit the shoe section. Like, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe she just got paid. Like, hit the shoe section. Mom, can I get these? Like, I always, as a kid, like, hitting the shoe section. I just remember shopping as a kid. Like, even her, I remember one time I passed on the Cherry 12s, and I got some Penny Hardaways instead because my cousin had them. But I wish I got those Cherry 12s when they came out. Yeah. I remember, like, a prime moment in my life where I passed on them. But then I used to get shoes, like, in the mall, and, like, I'm wearing these shits while we walk around the mall. I just got them. You remember those feelings, like, getting new shoes as a kid. Like, I'm finna wear this through the food court with you. My old shoes are going in the box. I'm wearing them. And, like, ever since then, I had a love for, like, sneakers for sure.
Yeah, I always say that people never, like, the new generation doesn't get that feeling of lining up, like, an hour early, 30 minutes early before the Foot Locker, and they would open early, and then you would wear it walking out to show off the shoes that you just got.
It, yeah, because people didn't get, everybody didn't get them.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't get them, for sure. And then, like, even Dick's, I remember Dick's, because, like, there wasn't no Syndicate, there wasn't no, all these other, like, it was only authorized dealers, so even Dick's Dick's Sporting Goods used to have, like, I remember the Laney 14s, like, back then. Like, yeah, going to stores, like, I'm gonna hit the shoe section. My mom goes around the shop. Like, I always used to just break away from her and just go do my own thing.
Go look around, see what they had.
Early age, like 7, like 6. Like, I remember doing that.
And so I was super early.
Yeah, for sure. And even with clothes, like, I used to pick my own clothes out. When she used to pick my clothes out, I used to just get mad. Like, she's trying to make me wear, like, mandals and, like, like in the 90s. Like, nah, I ain't trying to wear that. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so what was, like, the first time that you were like, all right, cool, like, I really know that, like, I'm really into this?
Really into, I feel like we had waves. Being a California guy, we had our, like, hip-hop, and then we had the skate culture that was crazy. Osiris, Etnies, Shorties, like, so I feel like I hit that wave, too. And then back to Jordans, and Allen Iverson came in, so everybody wanted to dress like AI. But, like, I really started to know I was, like, into fashion. I want to say, like, I always been fly coming through, but high school, because, like, high school, I didn't have no backup plan. Like, my counselor used to be like, yo, so what do you want to do? I'm like, I just got best dressed last week. I used to miss school a lot, too. So, like, I got nominated best dressed, and I wasn't even at school. I came back the next day, they were like, oh, you got to take pictures for the best dress. I'm like, what? I got to go home and change. Like, I wanted just not even just trying to vote for myself. I didn't tell people to vote for me. I came back the next day. They were like, yo, you got to take pictures. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm going to leave at lunchtime, come back, put on a fit, take these pics. But I didn't have no backup plan. My counselor was like, you know you can major in fashion. I'm like, what? And this was, like, new. Like, you can major in fashion.
Yeah.
So I went to Mount Sac, did some, like, general eds. And then I went to Art Institute and majored in fashion marketing and store management. And then just from there, I did my internships at, like, Dime Piece Designs at the time, like acrylic, like a bunch of different, like, streetwear brands. And then that led me to going to work at Diesel for a little bit. And then I did Saint Laurent. That's what really started to move things a little bit faster. Saint Laurent on Rodeo Drive, building my clients, and then from there I started to get into my athletes. But I don't want to go too fast until we can slow it down a little bit.
So, because I think I met you when you were at Saint Laurent, because I met you through Matt at round 2.
Yeah, I've been on Matt since like 2016, I want to say. And it was funny on the way over here. I was looking at Matt's number, and I still have it saved as Matt round 2. And he ain't been there in some years, bro. So I've been on Matt for I want to say 8 years. Yeah, 8. But even Manny at round 2. But I remember Manny at Riff before round 2. So I've been in the sneaker game for a little while. I used to have my own tables at Dunk Exchange at 16. So I've been doing the sneaker thing for a little while, but it transitioned to be more into fashion. I don't want to just be the sneaker guy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, yeah, because we always used to talk about it when we were at Riff, how because I think at around that age when we were at Riff, we were very sneaker guys, but then we're these Levi's ain't doing it, you know,
501s ain't cutting 511, all that was
they just don't sit right. And then I think at that time we got into Dior denim. I think
Dior Home.
Yeah, exactly.
Balmains were hot too during that time.
Balmains, 1100 for jeans, crazy.
Bro, shit was
Bro,
nuts.
I remember early on, I got my first check at Riff, and I literally ran to Barney's to buy a gray pair of Balmains. And before Balmains were they weren't skinny, they were straight leg, kind of baggy.
I remember my first check when I was working at. So I used to work at before all that. I used to work at Foot Action. I worked at Chic. But I remember blowing my first check, it was I spent $350 on some True Religion jeans. And this was when Wayne was going crazy. Yeah. But they were bootcut. They weren't skinny jeans. They were flare at the bottom, but I wanted those jeans so bad. In 10th grade, spending $350 on some jeans was crazy. Now it's kids is doing this shit nothing. But back then, everybody was wearing Levi's. And they were $60. So $350 on some jeans was damn.
No, yeah, I remember I literally, because Barney's used to open at 10, and we used to open at noon, and I was I know I could make it, go there, and come back to work, and I was just so, I think I wore them out from Barney's.
For sure, of course.
Because I was bro, I just spent $1,100 on these jeans.
You finna see me wear these jeans every day.
Exactly.
For sure, yeah.
So you, how did you meet Matt?
I met Matt. This is when Vêtements, Venoments, for those that don't know, but it's Vêtements, pronounced clothing in French. But I was one of the first people to be rocking Vêtements by Demma, who's the creative director of Balenciaga now. But he stepped away from Vêtements. His brother just runs it now. But I had these hoodies and shit early on, and I was trying to take them to round 2, and Matt was I know what these are, I know what they're worth, but we can't really resell this. Yeah. He was just, I'll get them from you. And then that's how the relationship started. And then I would get him Saint Laurent jeans, but on the low. Don't tell nobody. When I was at YSL, that's how the relationship really started. But it definitely started with fashion. It was kicks, but it started with on some fashion type shit for sure.
Yeah, I think because I remember at that time it's funny you say that, because round 2 was they kind of had what they liked, obviously the vintage, the Tommy, and all, and the sneakers obviously. But for us, we would always tell them yo, this shit will sell in here, Off-White, Vêtements, all that stuff. And they were just I don't know. So we would not argue, but we would always push for yo, let's start selling this stuff.
Also, we're LA guys. Them coming from where they come from, it's it's a little more fast paced. We're a little bit more fashion forward. We know we know a little bit more. I don't say we know everything, but we kind of a little bit more on the cutting edge.
We're more open.
Of it. Yeah, for sure.
You're trying different things, and even kind of just
because everybody comes here, we see it faster than a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
I think between us and New York, we see
for sure. Those are the 2 states the most. We see it the most. They don't give us our credit because we're on the West Coast. We don't have real fashion weeks, but everybody come here.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. I feel over here, I mean, a lot of people know us for vintage tees, good jeans, and sneakers. I feel in New York you get a little bit more, but I think it's because you experience the seasons more out there.
Absolutely, they have every season over there.
Yeah,
we don't really get to dress up in layers like that. But then you also have all the PR teams, Vogue, the headquarters of all these fashion houses are usually based in New York. They ain't based in LA. So.
Yeah. So you were at Saint Laurent, and then you kind of started meeting people because you were at Rodeo, right?
For sure. I was on Rodeo Drive at the men's store at the time, which was the cornerstone, because Saint Laurent was big. The men's collections was like the collections at the time, 2016, 2017 with Hedi Slimane. So yeah, I was there at the men's store and then just started building my book up, and all the guys started to come through and like rock with me. Stephon Diggs at the time, Shea Alexander, bro, everybody. I work with Eric Gunna, Playboy Cardi. I'm catching these guys like early on and having their contacts and like, yo, just send me everything. But it's like being there, I can only sell them one brand.
Yeah.
But I knew like I would put this shit on. I could do this shit with all the brands, and I just started to like just build my connections, and then like eventually towards the end of my Saint Laurent, I started to build with Shea a little bit, and like as I'm on my way out, I just started doing like seeding, sending him like hitting up all the brands in LA, just sending him like all the free stuff. Like, yo, I gotta connect to Shea, so like just send me your stuff, and I'll send it to him. And I was doing that for a little while, and then eventually I got Cameron Payne, my dog. So I got Cameron Payne. We started rocking out. That's probably like the client that really started to help me take it to the next level. We're still locked into this day. That's one thing. You do good business. You treat everybody fair. You don't try to get over on people. You'll be able to eat forever. You keep your same client that you start out with. Like I'm on my 5th year, like professionally styling. I still got my first client that I ever started with to this day. Like, cause I don't try. We're homies. All my clients are my friends, but like I don't try to get over on nobody. Just pay me what my little percentage. You gonna get the looks, and you gonna get a lot of free shit too. So it's like,
because you definitely hear crazy stories about like stylists taking these athletes.
Craziest stories, bro. Craziest stories. But it's just like business is easy if you make it easy.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah. So at Saint Laurent, what was like the most like standout interaction with like an athlete or a celebrity that you had that you were like, oh shit, this is kind of cool? Like starting off early, I would say.
Stand out. Post Malone came through. Post Malone is like, he's a pop star, bigger than like, he's just so down to earth. Out of all the celebrities, he's like probably the most down to earth. He's probably spent like $150,000 one time.
God damn.
He had like TMZ house, and he had the night before he had just got a Rolls Royce and he crashed it. So he had all these bags, and they didn't fit in the first Rolls Royce. So he called another Rolls Royce. He bought another Rolls Royce and he put all the bags in it. That shit was just crazy. And then my best personal was Kodak Black when he got out of jail and he was rocking. And I had on like my big gold Cuban at the time. He was like, I'm finna stop rapping. I'm finna come work here with you. And he posted me on his page like counting the money. And it was just like Kodak Black was like probably one of the like rapper wise, he was probably one of the most cool people to work with at the
that
time.
Moment.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting out. I styled a whole look for him to go on a date. He posted it on IG. Like, it was pretty dope. Yeah.
And now you mentioning styling Kodak. What was your first like, I would say, opportunity to styling?
Outside of that,
the
first outside of that, it would probably be Cam. Cam probably like in 2000. It was before COVID for sure. It was before COVID. I want to say 2019.
That's when he was still with OKC?
Nah, he came to he was out the league for a little bit due to injuries, but Coach Monty, who he's with at OKC, had came back and he was on the Suns. So then they did the whole bubble run where they went undefeated in the bubble, but they still got knocked out because of just
I think their record or something like that, right?
Yeah, like the Blazers had to lose or something, but they ended up winning. So even though they won all the games,
they still not.
But the next year, you know what happened.
Yeah.
We went back to the playoffs and then to the finals. So yeah, it was just like, I just fortunate to just keep locking in these situations, like going to playoffs my first few years of styling. With Gavin Lux, you know, that's my brother. Gavin Lux getting his ring. I can't wait for that season to start. He's been hitting me up like, yo, let's get prepared, because I think season starts next month.
Yeah, so. Like spring training starts soon. Yeah,
tickets are ridiculous. Get your tickets early for the Dodgers this year. But he was talking about locking in for that. So yeah.
Because you had Cam doing the playoff run and then went to the finals. Yeah. That was fast. And then obviously the Dodger season.
Dodger season went crazy. Who else did I have? I gotta look up. I don't know. And then I got The Game, Kanye West, like year 2. So I did The Game, whole roll. I did his album cover. I did the Donna listening party with Game and Kanye West. You could look up that video. I did the Easy video with Kanye West and Game, and I did the Big Sean music video with Game. So I did that whole rollout.
And that was all through Game?
That was through Game, that was through Game, but I got to work with Ye.
Yeah, that's fire. Like, how was that?
And Ye co-signing my looks. Like I had Game dressing like not West Coast Game. Like everybody's like, yo, you got him in full Balenciaga, the LED lights in the dark with the Balenciaga bomber just ski masked up. Like it was dope. Like, and then cause you know Kanye has wardrobe. Bro. Yeah. So we're pulling up. Game's like, yo, I got my boy Tay on wardrobe, but how I look? Kanye like, yo, you look good. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like,
that's a good cosign. Yeah. Was this around the time where he did that interview with Speedy where he's like, I just spent 150 at Balenciaga or whatever it was, like $1 million? Yeah.
Game, that's my dog, man. Game, that's my dog. Yeah, but we was running it up at Balenciaga for sure. We were running it up at Balenciaga. I mean, I still to this day, I got like a crazy spend at Balenciaga, but yeah, we were going crazy. And he was shopping on his own, but like I was doing a lot of the shopping for sure.
Yeah, because what I noticed that you do, which is really well, is like you style the athletes, but you're also like well dressed yourself. Yeah, which a lot of people don't do. This is like the opposite.
For sure. It's no, like I said, it's no days off. Like you're not gonna catch me at the grocery store, not with that shit on. Every day, like I treat this like a lifestyle. Like, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna wear this to the grocery store, but it might be the flyest sweats you ever seen. I'm gonna have some cool kicks on, like with a. You know, it's with a nice little piece with me. Like you're not gonna catch me slipping. But yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Going back, I was gonna say, like, cause you always bring us in like good retro Jordans. Do you have like a specific pair that you say is like one of your favorites?
My favorite Jordan. I don't want to be cliche, but like the Bred 4s, man. I'm on my 4 shit right now. I was on my 6s, like infrareds, like the Olympics, like Carmines. What else? Like I was on my 6s wave for a little bit. But I feel like silhouettes and retros come like, cause jeans hit like 6s hit better with like more of a slim jean versus like a baggy jean. Yeah. I feel like now with like 4s. The baggier jean kind of looks better with that silhouette. So yeah, definitely 4s right now, but it could change.
How you feel about those new ones with the leather instead of the?
They're tough. Yeah, I fuck with them. But Jordan Brand needs to release retros after 14. Can we get some Jordans after 14? JB Brand, please. Can we?
No, yeah, people sleep on those. Like I would say, the 17's coming back, but I'm hyped for that.
16s, 15s, even like if you know how to rock the 15s, the 15s are cold. But that's when it kind of started getting futuristic, so people started like not buying it. But yeah, we need the retros after the retro 14.
Yeah, because I feel like a 15 will look good with like baggy pants.
For sure. Yeah. Even if the 20s came out right now, the 20s go crazy. Yeah. That Bentley silhouette, like that's. I mean, no, the 21s is the Bentley silhouette, but the 20s with the strap, it's tough. Like we need those retro again, not in a package. Just like drop them shits and see what they do.
No, yeah, because the way he brought it up, it's perfect because, like, you do get, like, obviously what's hot, but then you also always pick up or bring in something that's, like, super classic.
That's one thing, like, I like to do whatever everybody else is not doing. Like, that's the only way you're really going to stand out. Like, if they're doing this, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to do this, like, crazy. I'm not going to come on some Kyle Kuzma pillow jacket like crazy. Like it's gonna be different, but it's gonna be still like, oh, that shit's fly. Like wearable fly, like not just like some avant-garde type shit. No disrespect to the avant-garde stuff, but it's just like I like to wear my clothes. Yeah. Like,
no, yeah, I always look at some stuff like that, like with certain athletes, and I'm just like, how again, like I'm not into it. So
yeah,
I'm just
I feel like sometimes people get so big, they dress to like they dress to how you think they should dress versus putting a good outfit together. Like, I'm so big, people think I should dress like this. Versus, like, just put a good outfit together.
Yeah. So my question is, do sometimes, because obviously it's not my world, but do sometimes people are like, we're going to put this on because it's going to look crazy in a picture?
Sometimes it's the shock value with my guys. It's, like, I even say this, like, I don't style collaborate. So it's, like, their styles mixed with my styles, and so, like, we don't really go too crazy. Yeah. We don't really have those type of conversations. Sometimes I try to get, like with Cam, I try to get him outside the box a little bit. he likes to wear like the streetwear, sporty sneakers, J's. But with Jalen Green, he's more of the rock star. I can try different stuff with him. We have similar styles, so we get to get a little bit more edgier.
Yeah.
But I got Brandon Boston too, which he's 6'5", so like different silhouettes, like guys. We try different stuff, but we keep it comfortable for them.
Yeah.
Not out of the ordinary, but yeah, we still gotta put it on though. Like we still gotta put it on.
How hard is it to shop for like bigger, taller dudes? Like
it could be hard. I don't have no 7-footers. If I had a 7-footer or somebody crazy tall, bro, it's like I don't know if I would be able to work with my clients because that's like a full-time job, having to get everything custom, lens custom. Fortunately for me, my guys, Brandon, he's 22, Jalen's 22, but Cam's like 6'1". I think Jalen's 6'4", 6'5". Brandon Boston's like 6'5", 6'6", but they're all slim, so we kind of all wear the same size. I'm only 5'11", 6 feet on a good day, depending on what shoes I'm wearing. But like if I know if it fits me, it's gonna fit all of them. So it's like I'm fortunate for that. Like,
yeah. And then right now, what's on trend is the baggy stuff. So I feel like the brands are making bigger clothes right now. But like for example, like at Saint Laurent, did you have an experience where like the Saint Laurent was very fitted?
It still is. It's just a slim, chic, very clean and crisp look.
Yeah. So was it hard, like, let's say if an athlete came in and you're like, hey, bro, it's going to be a tough one, or?
Nah, I was selling them size 50s sneakers. Joel Embiid getting them 50s. And even him, he got to take the insole. I'm like, bro. And mind you, like a size 50, what is that, like a size 17, 18?
Yeah, it's up there.
So 13 is it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there, bro.
Yeah, because 13 is like a 47.
Yeah,
that shit's fucking OD.
47 looks big. 48 looks big. So imagine a size 50. Like, yeah, but like if they couldn't wear the clothes, I'm gonna sell as many shoes as possible. Every size 50, I'm bringing it out. I'm selling it to you. At least you have fly kicks.
Yeah. So what's it called? So when you were there, you kind of like got practice, I would say, when you were at Saint Laurent.
Absolutely.
Like,
definitely. I got invited to the show. I got invited to one of the shows that was out here in Malibu, so that was like my real first experience. Like, damn.
Yeah.
And just recently, like, Balenciaga invited me to the show.
Yeah.
I feel like that was dope. I got the invite, like they sent me flowers. They had me with a driver for the whole day.
Oh, that's hard.
How'd that whole, I saw it on Instagram, how'd that whole situation come about? Because like it was a very, very like selective show.
Yeah, bro. It's like people that I know that I thought would be going, and they weren't even going. Like celebrities weren't going. So it was. I ended up going to the store to just do my normal business, and they were like, "Has our PR team reached out to you?" I'm like, "For what?" It was like, "Oh, because we're inviting you to the show that's in LA." I'm like, "When?" They're like, 2 weeks. I'm like, "Oh shit, nah." But here's my information. I mean, even though you guys already got it, and they were like, "Okay, bet." So they got my information. They were going back and forth for what I would wear. I ended up wearing like my cousin was working as a professor at the Donda Academy. So he got some of those Kanye West Balenciaga pieces. So I was able to get like 2 dope jackets from him. And I wore the Ye 24 trench coat and like a robe to the after party. And I was just like wearing some shit that nobody else had. But yeah, the invite, it came like, it's like a metal energy bar. It's like a trophy. Like it's like heavy. It's metal. Like people were thinking like it's a real energy bar. No, it's really metal. And so that came like a couple days before, and then they sent the driver, and I'm driving around all day with Balenciaga's tab. All day from like, I think they picked me up at 11. The show was until 2, and then we had the after party at like, the after party probably wasn't over till 2 a.m. So like that whole time, they were just driving around. So it's pretty cool, man. It was definitely an experience.
Who was like the celebrity you're like, oh shit, at that show? Like you're like, damn.
Kim K, duh. Kim K, man. Everybody was there though, man. Like Gunna, Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, like everybody you name was there. But you see Kim though, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sexy Red was there. Like everybody who you know who's in the fashion realm was there. But when Kim walked past me, I'm like, damn.
That's Kim Kardashian.
That's Kim, bro.
Yeah.
Just sticks
That's
up.
Kim. Like, and she was with Kendall, but still, like, all eyes is on Kim. Like she's so bad in person. Cardi B was on the show
Yeah.
too. That was pretty cool to see. Yeah,
What
Cardi
was
B
your
in it.
reaction to that initial collection? Because that one was just like the first one that was like, obviously they've been doing different stuff because it's Demna.
Yeah.
But that one, I feel like out here especially, had a lot of people talking.
Yeah, I mean, so this it was like where was it? It was like Beverly Hills area. So they shut down
A street, right? Yeah.
a street. They shut down like 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, bro, to shut down a street like that, you gotta pay everybody. So they had to pay everybody in all those houses. So like that's expensive show on that main. Like these people are already rich. They don't need money.
Yeah.
So you gotta
You gotta make sure they
negotiate
want
with
it.
every person. Let me sure people are stopping at like the first offer, but like some people like money in a thing in that area for sure. So you got to pay everybody to shut down all the streets. There was multiple checkpoints to get in, so like you could, if you got past the first checkpoint, you probably weren't getting past the second one.
Shit.
I couldn't even bring my photographer in. Like he had to
Nothing.
stay in the car.
Damn.
Like it was sold up, but yeah, but rightfully so. I mean, you had like a lot. You had like the head of GQ in there. You had like a lot of like top dogs in there, man, for sure.
From the fashion world.
From the fashion
Yeah.
world, and you just see him in person, like, oh shit, like this is a real person.
That's crazy.
You see them on Instagram and stuff. It's just like to see him, like, oh damn, that's dope to see. And then people, I'm not the biggest person in the world when it comes to fashion, but like when you get that recognition, like, oh, what's up? Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm like, oh, like it's like a cool, humbling experience when like people know who you are.
What's
sure.
I would say personally your favorite person that's been like, yo, I'm a fan of your work.
I don't know, bro. It's just, it's obvious the athletes because they know I style their athletes. So like, when it's just like when I'm just talking, just like we was just with PJ. I'm not PJ. I mean PJ Tucker's. He gave me some credit though recently. But we were just with James Harden in Vegas with Brandon Boston for the Super Bowl, and we were talking, and he had on the new Virgil Louis Vuitton with the pearls on. I'm like, that shit's so tough. He's like, you know what this is. I'm like, yeah. And me and BJ was like, yo, you gotta give me that. He's like, you know this $20,000, huh? He's like, you can have it though. But he's like, you know what this is though, right? He's like, I'm on the board of Saks. Like I'm like, yeah, that's tough, bro. I know a little bit about Saks, but I know he was on the board. He was like, yeah. When they're spending too much, I tell him, bring the price down. I'm like, bro, you're flexing right now. But yeah.
Sick.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we'll take a little break and then we'll get back to it. All right, we're back. A little break.
Yes, sir.
Little donut.
So recently, obviously, we just watched Kansas City win the Super Bowl.
Yes,
and I always
sir.
wanted to ask, and I feel like I never asked, how did your relationship with Pacheco come about?
Pacheco came about with my friend Dante, who I met at YSL. I met a lot of my quality friends in life at YSL for sure. But Pacheco and him are both from New Jersey area, so that's how I got with Pacheco. And I styled them the game before the playoffs. I sent them like some Hellstar. Shout out to my Hellstar gang. And then the following was the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah.
But Rashee Rice I've been on Rashee Rice since last year when he got drafted. So it was like came full circle. He got a championship his first year. So Rashee Rice is my boy. So I brought Rodale Drive type shit to Vegas. So I had like over 100K worth of clothes in my suite. So like the guys were coming through the shop. I had my guy Isaiah Todd come through the shop. He's in the NBA. And then Rashee Rice came through, got a couple pieces from me. And then we just put together a few looks. But yeah, Pacheco came from my boy Dante. Yeah.
And it's all through YSL.
All through YSL.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you see my jersey, the autograph joint from Pacheco.
Yeah, I saw the car and everything.
My
right?
jersey collection is crazy. Once I put all my jerseys up, like I got a Shea Ricky Clippers jersey autograph. I got some shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put. I got some shit.
Were you? How was like the whole weekend though? Like the whole Super Bowl weekend?
It was fun, bro. It's tiring. Like in Vegas, you don't sleep. You don't 3 days in Vegas feels like 7 days in Vegas because it's just like you wake up, do it, and then you go back to your room when the sun's up.
Yeah.
You wake up, you do it again. But yeah, I was running around with Hit Boy. So Hit Boy is one of the big producers from the West Coast. He's actually from the same city as me, Pasadena. So we were running around doing our thing during the daytime and then nighttime, I would just link up with like my athletes, like BJ Boston, Rasheed, and then we'll just pop out. But Super Bowl is fun, bro, especially being on the winning team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, 49ers are my squad. But when it comes to business, I'm going for whatever my guys are on. Like it's business, bro. They win, I win.
Everybody
it just
wins.
helps. It just helps push the brand forward. Getting a Super Bowl, getting any type of championship, and just getting those looks and having those relationships. Just like I'm happy for them. Like a win for them is a win for me. Type.
Yeah. And then you mentioned Hellstar. I've noticed ever since Hellstar started, you one of the people that I've noticed like been on it before.
Yeah,
everybody.
those are my guys, man. Those are my guys. Shout out Shiny, Juice, and Nola.
Yeah, it's funny because we met Juice here without knowing that he was from Hellstar.
Yeah,
like, he was just always come in, and that's how we noticed the brand. We're like, it's the Hellstar guy.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of like after a couple times of like buying stuff from us, he like kind of like introduced it.
Those guys are so humble, man. Just 3 years ago, they were like, for the most part, working regular jobs. Now they're just like, I ain't gonna say who, but Virgil Maybachs, like Maybach trucks, like Brabus, RDB trucks.
Yeah,
like I'm so happy for them, bro. This is very inspirational what they're doing over there for sure, and like how they're shifting the culture and I just did so they're doing Hellstar Sports, so they have like their team of like the youth, like Pop Warner, so they have collections they're bringing out just Hellstar Sports now. So Ray McLeod, who was just in the Super Bowl for the 49ers, is my guy. So I brought him some Hellstar stuff in Vegas, and he was like, I'm coming to LA this week, let's tap in. So as soon as he landed, he's like, yo, let's fall through Hellstar. I'm like, all right, let me line it up. So I hit Shiny, but then Ray hits me back like, matter of fact, let's do a shoot. I'm like, all right, let me see. And then it just so happens the Hellstar Sports, football, and the kids were gonna be at the warehouse that day anyway. So like it was a cool experience. Him coming, the kids like getting game from him. Somebody was just in the Super Bowl. They're talking shit to him. Why you lose? And like Ray's like 5'11", 6 feet. So for a football player, he's not like super. So there's just some of these kids are just the same size as him. So it's just funny. But like Ray, he was only supposed to be there for like an hour, but he ended up staying there for like a long time. He's like, I'm enjoying myself. Like I like talking to the kids. So it's just like just to be a part of that moment where it's just like I know these kids are forever gonna have this moment in their life for forever. Like it was just like it was very humbling to be able to be a part of that.
No, that's super sick, and I feel like the same thing like with Hellstar. I feel like it's a brand that you could get behind. Like I'm not like a big fan of like the crazy graphics, but it's just like just meeting them. Yeah, it's just like, oh, these are
humble
good
guys,
dudes. Yeah,
West Coast. Like they really took off on the East Coast, but them being from the West Coast is just like it's just tough.
No, yeah, that's how I found out about it too. Like I found out about it through the East Coast, but then I found out that they were a LA brand, and then I was just like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah, man, you gotta love the humble wins for sure.
No, I'm telling you, Juice is the main one that shops with us, and it's super nice, super respectful, and I was just like,
and then me and Shawnee went to the Clipper game like not too long ago. I brought him BJ. Shout out BJ Boston for the Clippers. He invited us out, so it was me, Caleb, one of the designers, and Shawnee, and then after the game, we're going to we're walking through the tunnel, so you see like the monitor where they have like Lakers versus or Clippers versus, or we're like, oh, LeBron walks through here. They're like, oh, this shit is so tight. So Westbrook walks up, he daps me up, Shines behind me, and he's like, he's like, in his head is like, I'm just gonna put my hand out too, see if I get dapped. And Westbrook daps him up too. He's like, oh shit, like this is so tight. Like it was just like a good moment. They were linking up with Harden and shit, but like for them just to like bring our worlds together, like for them to see that in my life and like stuff that they don't normally do, but like it's something that the bro does. So it's like to bring them into my world too and like have them experience that. It felt like really cool to be able to do.
Yeah, and I feel like everything just falls hand in hand. Like how you said, how that opportunity with Ray McLeod, just it all happened.
Yeah,
like stars align.
It's also just like I said, like the business, man. You do good business, bro. You treat people well, man. You take care of your relationships, man. Everything's just gonna start to fall into place. Like you just put that good energy out in the world. It's like it comes back.
Yeah, it definitely does for sure.
Back.
We were talking about on the break about like traveling. So how do you like? One of my questions is like, how do you handle it when like, let's say for example, Cam just went from Milwaukee to Philly, like.
It sucks. Getting traded sucks. Fortunately for us, we're still in a contender team.
Yeah.
Philly fan base is crazy. They love you. Cam's gonna do well over there. I'm not even questioning that. Cam's fandom is crazy. You know, he's the guy that hypes up everybody on the team, man. He's the energy. He's the heart of the team. But I'm happy for him going over there. It's nothing. I mean, it's just work, man.
Yeah.
And work you get. Sometimes you might get transferred somewhere else. You know, it's just work. You gotta just roll with the punches. We go to Philly now.
Yeah.
We're taking trips to Philly. We're sending packages to Philly, like just like we were doing in Milwaukee, just like we were doing in Phoenix. Phoenix was easier. I could just drive there and take him like whatever. Now it's a flight. It's it's packages being shipped, but nothing changes.
Yeah.
Like nothing changes.
And then have you ever I'm pretty sure you've done Paris Fashion Week, or
That's the crazy thing. I get every Paris Fashion Week. I get mad emails to go, but it's usually during the season, so I can't just pick up and leave.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, but this summer when the basketball season over, we're gonna fall out. We're gonna go there. I know Jalen Green wants to go out there, so we're gonna go out there and do it. Funny thing I just said. Lamont just hit us up this morning. They want to send us the future collaboration for him to wear. So I had just pulled it from the store for him to like see it and buy it, but it's like just law of attraction. Like they texted. Somebody reached out to me that works with them. Was like, yo, we want to send Jalen the future collection. All he has to do is just tag it. We're gonna send it for free. I'm like, bet. I hit him in the morning like, yo, I made these selections. They just want you to tag. He's like, let's do it. Like, so yeah, just relationships, man.
Speaking of that, is there like a brand that you're like, I really want to work with this brand hand in hand?
Hand brands. My own brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, my own brand. My own brand's coming soon. Yeah.
It's gonna be like
my guys, my friends are getting too much money in this branding. Not to say it's just about the money, but I want to drop it's just having a time. Like everything you see me do on the gram, man, I don't have a team. Like I do this all on my own. Traveling, invoices, the styling, everything you see me do, it's on my own. Yeah, I take my losses too. So like, if you want to be a stylist, you gotta understand what comes with it. Like it's gonna be ups and downs. Like my little sister was at my house and she was putting up the Christmas tree and there was this box of clothes, chrome heart glasses, all kinds. It was like over $4,000 worth of stuff. She threw the box away.
Oh shit!
And I was out of town, so I didn't come back till like 3 days. Like I'm looking for this box. Like, where the fuck is this box at? She threw it away, bro. My sister don't have 4 bands, so like, who has to eat that?
You.
So like, when you get into this, like, you gotta start off small, obviously. But in order to get to like a level where you see now, like this is over 10 years in, like you have to have like a backing to be able to take those L's and not ruin your life, and it's not all over, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No,
losses do come with it. I ain't gonna lie.
No, they do, because I feel like everybody just kind of like always puts in the positive.
Yeah,
it's always
for
all
sure,
positive.
for sure. And I don't put that on Instagram. Like I don't put that out to the world. This is my first time telling anybody really like that happened. That's just one. Now there's also like sometimes you gotta deal with not getting paid. Sometimes some people it's the end of the budget. Like so that's why I don't really like to work on my entertainment side. I like to just stick on my athletes who are also like, all these guys are my friends. We would hang out anyway. It just so happens I'm the guy that I'm an asset too. So it's like I bring something to the table. I'm not just one of these guys just hanging around.
Entourage guy.
Yeah. So like all my friends, like all my athlete guys are my friends. We talk on the phone. We FaceTime. Gavin to hit me when I'm driving. Like, what are you doing? Like, like I just left training, bro. I feel so good. I'm ready for the season. Like we just talk like normal. Like, when we going to Vegas, like, what are we doing tonight? Like, it's just normal. I'm going to Miami. Let's make sure you come out there with us. It's just regular.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's sick. It's funny that you say the entertainment and athletes, because one of the guy that designs all our stuff, Skinny, he tries to do designs for like the entertainment world, and he's like, I never get paid, bro.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, bro, ask for it first. I was like, because I've set him up with a couple opportunities, like big opportunities, and he'll send in the work, and I'm like, you fucked up, and he's just like, why? And I was like, they're not gonna pay you, bro.
The ideas are gone,
yeah,
brother.
I was gonna say that
there's no contract, but then with entertainment, it's like hit the label or hit the manager.
Yeah, exactly. That's
with my clients, with my guys, I'm texting them directly. I might have to send an invoice to an accountant, but that's the only like I'm not I'm not about to do the circle or the net 90, the net 60, the
Yeah.
net 30. Like, nah, bro. These bills got to get paid. This tab has to get paid right now. And I'm not just going to fork the bill for 20 bands for you. Like,
Facts.
the work, I just did the work. I showed up and did the work. However many days went into it before. Like,
Yeah.
that's a week of time that I stopped all jobs to do that. And then I did it. Now I got to get paid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because you're literally self-employed. That's what people forget. Yeah, there's no there's
bro.
no
I
company.
am the brand.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell my landlord like, yo, I'm waiting on this invoice from such and such. Can you just wait a little bit?
No.
You know, I got an X6. I can't just BMW. See what happened was like
No, you have real life shit.
yeah, but you know you got to have the backing to be able to take those losses and just shuffle things around. Me, fortunately, I have other clients to where I'm able to like move this over here, move this over here, and just like opposed to just having one client, I'm just focused on that one. Like, so yeah.
That's dope. When you work with people, do you have like even before like you start working with them, do you have ideas for them that like once you see them, you're like, oh, okay, I think this will look good on them, or like you kind of know their like aesthetic already, and you're
For
just
sure,
like, yo,
for sure. But that's another thing why I don't really have a team. It's just, it's like what my clients, I know their styles. I can't teach this. Like, and it's my style mixed with their style. That's why they want me to work with them. So it's like, when it comes to like, bro, I get emails and DMs all the time, like, let me intern for you. But it's just like, one thing, I don't even know if they're gonna like you around.
yeah,
You feel me? It's a big responsibility. Like I say, your car gets broken into, you have $50,000 worth of stuff. Who's gonna take that L?
facts.
Yeah.
That's another responsibility I'm just scared of. And just like personal style. Like I know my guy's style, so I could send you into the store and then you bring back a bunch of stuff. It's just like, I can't do anything with this. Like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna wear this, but I know their styles personally. I know the brands they like. I know their sizes. I know Jalen likes to wear his stuff not oversized. So I know Cam likes a little bit more oversized. Brandon might like his stuff oversized. Gavin likes to wear just sports,
Yeah.
streetwear. So it's just like, this is all stuff that I can tell you, but you're not gonna nail it like how I would. You feel me?
No, yeah, because that definitely sucked. Let's say you send somebody to shop, they spend 40 bands, and then, and especially out here with the fucking.
Fortunately, I'm able to leverage it now, coming from like the fashion world of like Saint Laurent. Managers just shift, like, so like I can go to Balenciaga and pull 50K and I have to buy it, and then I keep what I keep, but I'm gonna keep stuff every time. The Webster, same. H. Lorenzo, same. Like I can go and do stuff on pool, and then I bring back what I don't need and I keep what I keep. But I also don't like working backwards. I don't want to take it and then bring it back. I want to not come back. So I'm pulling stuff that I know my guys are gonna like for them. Like, so I'm not gonna just keep one of those styles that just pulls it just to make it look good for my client. Like, look at all this stuff I got you, and then they don't keep nothing. Like, nah, we're keeping a good amount of that stuff that I pull. So
No,
that's
it's funny
why the
you
stores
say
trust
that
me.
because in New York I would hear like horrible stories because I knew like the managers of these stores and they're like, this guy's just gonna come in, pool, and not buy anything. Everything's coming back.
We don't want that. We don't want that on our.
Yeah, because I would hang out at all the
want that
stores
stigma.
and they would just see somebody and I'd be like, hey, that's fucking so and so's fucking this and that, and then they'll be like, they never buy anything. They
We might take a little while to close out, but
but it gets done.
it's gonna get done. But my guys may go on a 10-day road trip, and that's 2 weeks. So like the clothes are just sitting. They're not really. We're not just holding on to them. It's like they ain't really got a chance to look at them. So like, but once they do, it's gonna come, and then they ship it back, and then we close out.
Yeah. No, yeah, that shit is always hilarious because I'll just be there laughing. I'll be like, bro, what do you mean? And they're like, they never buy nothing.
Yeah,
That's
for
like,
sure.
this person doesn't
Being
do-
working in the stores, bro, I know the feeling. Like people are just gonna come in there and shoot the shit with you, which is cool sometimes. But we not here to just spin our wheels, people. Like, in those stores, like that's why if I come in here, bro, if I pick something up, I'm putting it back. If I'm in the store, I'm folding it up. I understand. I've been there before. Like I don't want to just make people have to work more than they have to work when I'm in the store.
No, yeah, it's just like second nature because that happens to us too. Like we'll walk into a sneaker store and I'll see something fucked up and it's not my store.
It's just like the OCD and just let me help you out. For sure.
So you have any big besides because you mentioned that you want to do like a brand and stuff like that? Do you have any big projects besides that?
Big projects like
coming
branding?
up, like styling, brand.
No, I just managed to finish out the second half of the NBA season. All-Star Weekend. I don't know when this is coming out, but All-Star Weekend. What was that? Yeah, this weekend is just past.
Past weekend.
So now it's the real grind time. Playoffs are coming. Fortunately, my Clippers are gonna go to playoffs.
Facts.
My
Philly.
Sixers with Phillies are gonna go to playoffs, and then Houston, they're not the Houston from years past. The Houston should make the playoffs too. So that's 3 different guys, man. Playoff looks, that's a lot of eyes, and it gets less and less and less. So they're not gonna be posting so many fits on these fit blogs. So that's just the main focus right now. Close out the season and drop the brand when I have some time to really drop the brand.
Yeah.
But the brand's coming for sure, and it's gonna be fire.
When you see your looks being posted like on all these big sites, like how big of a pat in the back is that? Like,
It's cool, but one thing I did want to address, like sometimes it ain't always gonna get a lot of likes. Like even when you post it, it's just that adrenaline of getting the work posted and you being able to see it in yourself. Like sometimes my favorite fits they ain't gonna get a lot of likes and a lot of comments, but just me seeing it and posting it and getting that adrenaline in myself, like yeah, I'm working, I'm still working. It like it keeps you going. So like don't get like discouraged when like in anything you do, photography, fashion, anything you post it, just post it for yourself. Get that adrenaline off and get those reps up of your working and you seeing your work, and then keep going and keep building from there. Because if you don't see it, other people don't see it. It technically is not happening.
yeah.
Facts.
So for sure, that's one thing I did want to make sure I said.
If you had somebody, like if you had to tell a kid that's like a up and coming like stylist or wants to get into the industry, like what would your advice be to him or her?
Advice. Damn, this is a good one. Me personally, just if I'm going somewhere, wherever this is, like if I feel like I'm not gonna be the best dressed there, to where people are gonna want to know who I am or want to know what I do, I'm not going. So it starts with you. You're gonna be your own billboard, walking commercial, wherever you want to say. Like it starts within yourself. People are gonna see how you carry yourself and how you dress to want to get to know who you are. You feel me? Like if you just dress like shit, people ain't gonna. If you're just starting out, the only way people are gonna see your work is how you carry yourself and how you dress yourself. So be the bet whenever you put that shit on. Make sure you feel in your head like, yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones. When I'm in the room, this shit's gonna turn next. This shit's gonna break next. Just like in the sneaker world, neck breakers.
Yeah.
Fits is the same thing. Like, oh shit, that's a fire ass fit. Like, who is this person? They're gonna want to get to know you, and that's how you get to network. Whatever network and whatever conversation you have to take it from there it's on you.
Yeah, because literally, I didn't know that it all came through Saint Laurent, so that's super cool because you were just
Saint
like,
Laurent and Diesel. Yeah, Diesel earlier on, and then Saint Laurent. But yeah, what you see now, bro, is over 10 years of like work. But you got another thing getting started out. You gotta be willing to not get paid for like a lot of years. I know it sucks. You're gonna have a regular job. Like I used to work when I was working at Diesel, I used to work at a warehouse job too. Like sleeping for 4 hours. Like bro, that shit sucked. It's over 10 years ago, but like you see where it is now, man. You every day just get 1% better, and then before you know, you look back like, damn, I've come a long way.
yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna come overnight. Nothing comes overnight.
No,
Nothing what happens is gonna come overnight. Like it's just not gonna be sustainable.
No, it is because it's funny you say that because when we first opened up, some people believe like they're like, oh, she's gonna pop overnight because you guys have had the 10 years of experience. But we're like, bro, we're a brand new store. We still had to put in the work.
Sure, bro. Those unseen hours, you still gotta put those unseen hours in that people don't see. Like they only see what you show them. Obviously, they see the highlight reel, but like, bro, this shit's work.
Yeah,
it looks good, but it's still work, bro. Like,
yeah, I think that's a good way to end it.